Are you all right?
She was doomed anyway. I'm fine.
An enraged specter is lurking nearby. Why not summon it?
My voice commands you! Unveil!
Is it just me or...
I felt it too. Beware. Wards. The ward's power is gone. Shall we?
Perhaps there's a key.
under threat.
The treasure must be around here somewhere.
We need to make amends and about
The end of this. My friends! It's been so long. I was starting to think you'd forgotten me.
Aye, we've been busy.
And what have you been doing all this time, friend Haskell?
I've been writing a speech, a discourse constructed to elevate our sadly sunken spirits. Unfortunately, I am struggling to finish it.
How very Lammy Haskell of you.
I need an ending, a high note on which to finish. I was thinking of talking about you. Would you permit it?
People don't always trust Banishers. Perhaps speak of courage, the spark of fire in their souls.
This comes to you so easily. Were you always so eloquent?
Well, I've led men to war, and fearful men need words of courage.
Well put. I shall take it as inspiration as I return to my writing. With the added spice of your profound wisdom, I have faith that this speech will bring much succour to the company. Oh, what remains of it?
Here, the Trismegistus riddles. You can have it back. It was very helpful.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Aye, we found Grace.
I take it from your tone that she's safe. Such good news. I wonder, if I called on her, would she receive me?
I don't think so. Sorry, Lammy.
Oh. Right.
Well, Lammy, in case we don't see you, may I bid you farewell.
So, this is it? You'll return to New Eden in the meeting house?
Soon, if all goes to plan, Deborah Comenius will release her grip on New Eden.
The time has come to lift the curse. Our journey nears its end.
Do you really think Mistress Comenius is involved in all this?
We don't think it. We know it. Why?
Well, I'm no banisher, but
I don't like the sound of this.
it's just I gave the ghost of Deborah Comenius her assent.
What?
Tell us what happened. All of it. Quickly now.
I saw her ghost for the first time during the winter of 1693. She was crying, she looked quite lost. This was near where she died, where she was killed. Not long after that, I saw her again. Soon she was there every time I passed. She was in such despair, I had to do something.
You found some obscure ritual in another of your books, and you tried to give her her assent.
Not an assent as such, since I did not use your words of power, but I'm confident my confected ritual of expulsion was just as effective. A breach briefly opened as she vanished, and then she was gone, and never saw her again.
And when did the first signs of the curse appear?
Some months later. Oh my. You mean. No! No! It can't be!
Big mistake, Lammy. You caused the curse of New Eden. For the very last time, Lamentation Haskell. No more experiments.
Oh, God. Farewell, young Haskell, and if I may offer some advice next time you have a bright idea, sit on it. People here could use a hand. I could offer mine.
You could.
Spectres at the beach.
I see no more spectres. Folk may fish once more.
Oh, while we're here, let's retrieve what we can.
McCree, over here.
Are you all right?
Can't sleep. Bad dreams. Screaming of men long dead. You should be sleeping too.
Reminds me of another soldier I knew some years ago. Haunted as hell, he turned out to be a promising banisher.
We have a ritual that will put those men to sleep for good. Just name the place. Somewhere important to you.
At the cemetery, there's an unmarked grave. I've always wondered who lies therein. That's the place, I expect.
Perfect. If I find you there, I'll put your dreams to sleep. Peaceful watch to you.
So which made-up ritual do you want to do this time?
Let's keep it simple. Candles and that.
Well, have you found her?
Yeah, I'm working on it. You'll know when I do.
The longer you...
I happened upon this, a package for the garrison. The messenger didn't make it, sad to say, but I'm happy to deliver.
At last, the long-awaited payroll, just as Fairfax promised. Morale may improve yet.
Sad to say there's no payroll. There's just a bundle of letters. I suspect the money was stolen.
Maybe we were wrong to give it away.
Ah, for shame. I should not be surprised. Thank you, all the same, for the delivery. Perhaps the post shall offer some comfort.
Mind if I have a rummage in the stores?
Rummage?
All right then, Captain. I'll see what I can do about Helen Priest.
Shoot, not great.
You know what would really help Andrew? Advice from another old soldier.
Stop reading my mind. It's unsettling.
I chose to cheat. You chose to kill. Which of us, Banisher, deserves death?
What do we do?
I'll prepare the ritual.
Right, that's done. Now we wait. What do you want to talk about?
I envy you, Scotsman. You've seen war, yet you walk light enough upon the earth, as if you bear no scars.
Aye, but I didn't get that till I had acceptance. Took a while to get it, too. I've done some awful things. The pain ruled me, even as I denied it. That doesn't work. Had to admit it, let it in, give it a home. Then stop looking at it the whole time.
You remind me of Joshua. Always seeing the bright side, even as I'd peer into the dark. But I said I'd try, and try I will.
I'm glad to hear it. It won't be easy, but you don't have to face it alone. You have a family, a wife, children. Maybe it's time for you to find them.
Maybe all right. Maybe leaving is what I need. A new leaf and a new slate and all that.
Good for you. Right. The ritual's done. You should sleep better now. Consider yourself relieved, as the saying goes. Right. I'll be going. Take some time to collect yourself. And Andrew, sleep well.
Mind how you go, McCreath. I've lost enough brothers in arms. I'd hate to lose another.
Prospector is weak. Did we clear out all the wintergreen?
There was some by the cliff top where she died. Let's find that last nest and be done with it.
I know this is difficult for you. I know you were attached to Anne, but I'm here.
Aye. You are. Something smells dead. The infirmary, perhaps.
Follow your nose. Now we know where the stench came from.
I always said no one would care about him till his corpse began to stink. Turns out they didn't care then either. Nobody deserves that. Not even Con Peabody.
I have another in sight. Life to the living.
Death to the dead.
Clever, as long as no one finds the depot.
Suppose we could check on it.
Possession incoming. Careful!
More fun. There's more of them.
I can help.
Here's the money.
Res nullius. Finders keepers.
The cash was clever. Risky.
Few people will venture into such a place, it's true.
this cabin and that gravestone feature heavily? A clue?
Maybe, but they could be anywhere. One time in a prison in Paris, I banished the rotting corpse of a bishop.
This is gonna be good.
There was a growling in the dungeon, so down I went alone. Empty cell, door locked, no pick. No idea how he got out, but he did. Turns out the bishop was possessed by a tyrant. Killed. Did we miss a few?
Sit down.
Ah, the cabin from Helen's drawings.
This is the place. Leopold. Same gravestone as
What are
appears
you
in the
doing here?
drawings.
I had a feeling we'd be crossing paths again. If Pennington sent you, you may run along. I've nothing to say to any of you.
I'm curious. How did you escape without being noticed?
I know Fort Jericho better than anyone. It has many ins and outs. If Pennington hadn't had his head up his own arse, he'd have known not to put me in those cells.
That's what I said.
Did you have help?
I still have friends in the fort, and if you think I'm going to tell you more than that, then you really are mistaken about my character.
You weren't easy to find. Why here in particular?
I was with child when the first plague came. I gave birth surrounded by the dead and dying. My son never had a chance. I wished to bury him away from the mines, away from the garrison. Somewhere his and his alone. I brought him here. I left him here. And I nearly did not make it back.
That's a lot of loss for one person. I am sorry.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
Sebastian's husk vanished. It must have been hard to lose him all over again. How are you bearing up?
My days are quiet. Some are better than others. At times, I am grateful for the memories. At others, they feel like fingers clamped upon my throat. I'm still learning to live around my grief.
We're very sorry for your loss.
As am I. Count your blessings in the moment. For both are fleeting.
What are you doing up here?
Did Pennington send you? Yes or no?
Aye, he sent me. He thinks you plot against him.
Let him. Let him imagine me lurking in the dark, waiting for him to turn his back. Let him live in his delusion.
I don't think he needs you for that.
If it's not me, it'll be someone else. A man in that state needs an enemy, real or imagined. I took that role. I hereby resign. I am done with Pennington, Fort Jericho, and all in it.
After all that happened between you and the captain, is there not at least a part of you that wants revenge?
To what end? I was not raised to bear grudges. They cloud the mind and poison your choices. For most of my life, death has walked with me. But to see how you Banishers walk proud beside it, well, it's as if you dance along the road with death. That leads me to wonder. Perhaps it's time I embraced my gift and put it to good use. Perhaps I too may dance along with death.
Have you always been sensitive to the invisible?
I suppose I have. As a child, we'd play secret games in which we'd summon spirits, as you do. For me, though, sometimes they came. I remember, for weeks after my grandmother passed, I'd see her sitting at the foot of my bed. My father ascribed it to a wild imagination. He would not indulge it.
You weren't imagining it. You have talent. Match it to your prowess in the fight, and you'd make a fine Banisher.
I was hoping to find someone to guide me on that path.
It's a noble calling. You'll be helping the living to live, and the dead to depart.
That sounds like a purpose. I need a purpose.
Be warned, child's play it is not. There's a lot more to it than clubbing spectres.
Show me. Show me a real foe with a real Banisher fight. Teach me.
I'd happily be your teacher, but recent events mean I no longer qualify. Looks like you got yourself a new apprentice, Red.
All right, I'll step up. Till you find someone better, mind. Let's show Helen how Banishers fight.
First of all, keep in mind that fighting spectres is rarely easy. They can be tricky.
Aye, caution is always advised, but you're in good hands.
I know a cave where we might find a fight. Follow me. And Taya, how did you become a Banisher?
My mother was a healer. She had the gift. Taught me all she knew. But I was different. I had a gift for ghosts. At 15, I set off to develop it. I knew no one, and had nothing. But my teachers saw my yearning for knowledge and took me on. And here I am.
Quite the adventure. We're almost there. This is the place.
Good instincts. This cave is badly stained.
Time to dig. We use runes and words of power to make spirits manifest.
Do you pluck them from thin air with your magic rings?
It's more that we will them to come to us. The rings help channel the power.
Show your shape in flesh! You're done. More fun.
And that's how a fight goes.
Most of the time.
Except when your partner drops his sword, or loses the tie.
Fairy stories. Neither of those entirely plausible things has ever happened.
You fight well, Banishers.
As do you.
If I didn't, I'd be dead.
If you're truly serious about becoming a Banisher, I may have a contact in Boston who could help. Her name is Elizabeth Gray. You should find her if she wants to be found, at the Green Dragon, not half a mile from the wharf. Tell her I sent you. Tell her I said your apprenticeship clears her debt. She'll know what it means.
She's interesting. I'd do some reading if I were you. Might help me make a good impression. Here, this book served me well. It'll serve you too.
I shall treasure it. Thank you. Thank you both so much.
Take care, Helen.
Any last advice for a young-ish apprentice before you go?
Love life. Even when you lack the stomach for it.
Perhaps we'll meet again.
God willing, we shall.
Back to Pennington to give him the news of Helen's passing.
It's such a good lie, it's almost true. Elizabeth owes you money.
She lost a game of all fours to a couple of very large sailors and didn't have a penny to pay them. I made her beg. She wasn't happy.
I'd assumed she was dead.
Most people assume she's dead. She likes it that way.
She and Helen are talking cheddar.
Yep. They're gonna have so much fun.
Well, have you found her?
From one soldier to another, and I'll not put it in writing, but Helen Priest shall pose you no more problems.
My word. Such terrible tidings. Thank you. Not your affair, of course, unless so may. From one soldier to another, and I'll not put it in writing. But I'll not mind if the purse on my desk goes missing while my back is turned.
How are you doing, son?
How am I doing? How am I doing? It is strange. Helen Priest's pricking thorn is plucked, the rage abates, the troop rebuilds. And yet, though the danger is past, I feel it, present. I see things in the shadows. An unexpected noise may startle me, but that's not the worst. The worst is, I miss it. I miss the simplicity of inescapable doom. The darkness calls me back. It is the strangest thing.
Nothing strange about it, Captain. Nothing strange at all. But be careful when the darkness calls. One day you might find yourself answering it. Well, Captain, in case I don't see you, may I bid you farewell?
You may, and why not? I'll not say it has been a pleasure, Red McGrath, not all of it, leastways. May I ask where you're going?
I thought I'd go back to New Eden Town and end the curse.
Really? You're going back?
Aye, sir. I am.
We're going back there, Captain, to clean up your mess.
Odd way to make money, but I'll take it.
Helen's free, Pennington is happy for Pennington, and soon there'll be a new Banisher. Everyone wins.
Good day to you, Scudder. It's been a while.
Strange. It feels like a mere moment since you killed my cousin and only friend.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
Nah. 'Twas for the best. He'd earned it. And I've earned all this. All this guilt. I'd be fair willing to give the money back. But Credence hid it above the old cemetery, near the landslip. And the place is overrun with spectres.
All right, if I can, I'll take a look.
I'd be grateful, sir. I surely would. And I trust you'll not be tempted to keep it.
How are things going?
Good of you to ask, sir. What do you wish to know?
Good day to you, sir.
And a good day to you, sir.
The stolen payroll. Beloved may have it back. Or not. We'll see.
Good day to you, Mr. McCraith. Did you find the money?
I did. You may have it. No running off to the Indies, mind. You've a debt to pay.
A noble gesture, sir. Noble indeed. I shall match it with my own. The Indies will have to wait.
Good day to you, sir.
And a good day to you, sir.
The house has been emptied. The Keens are rolling in their graves.
Oh, maybe the pilferers missed something. Let's look. The map should be useful.
That depends on where you want to go.
Good day.
Good day to you too, Mrs. Ake. How have you been?
Better, all things considered. I note you have not denounced me. Yet.
Thomas wanted you safe. I've no reason to deny him that.
Then perhaps there is something you could help me with. I've had enough. I want out. But if I am to disappear, the king must believe me exposed. Pennington must write London to inform on me. Paris will soon hear it. Pennington cannot know the truth. So I have written the letter myself. I need only the captain's seal.
Better the brave spy escaping the clutches of perfidious Albion than a deserter who abandoned her mission.
My thoughts exactly.
Give me the letter. I'll see what can be done with the bold captain's seal. I'll take my leave, Mrs. Hake.
Yes, do that.
Not right under his nose, Red. Come on.
Are you still here?
Why, you're welcome. It's an honour to help you out. No thanks necessary.
Spare me your humour, soldier.
Permission to take my leave, Captain?
Permission granted.
Signed and sealed. We can tell Prudence she's free.
Good day.
Good day to you too, Mrs. Ake. Bennington's seal is on the letter.
So, I'm free. Thank you, sir.
What will you do now?
Whatever God has planned for me.
I'll take my leave, Mrs. Ake.
Yes, do that.
I missed we didn't make. Thank you for standing.
All alone. No one to play with. No one to talk to. Poor little Antea. Gifted and talented. Constricted. Bound. Abandoned.
Go to hell.
Look at you now. Look at you dead. Vain and foolish. And
That was something.
I never told you the full story. I'm sorry.
No need.
Please, let's get out of here.
We're here. Well, Esther still be here. After this, we should set sail somewhere warm and safe. The dead don't linger.
No such place. But it's not a bad idea.
Lesser palingenesis ritual. I've never done anything like this.
Neither have I. But if you do, all could be as it was before.
And yet nothing shall ever be the same again.
Say that's your face.
target practice.
No Eden suffers. We suffer. My friends, I have disturbing news. Among us walks a witch. Is that not so, Deborah Comenius? Lock her up.
No! No! 'Tis not true! I am no witch!
So that's how it all began.
Aye. With ordinary evil from the hearts of fearful men.
You were innocent!
It's time for the lesser palingenesis.
Time to bring you home.
From flesh to word. Word to heart.
From flesh to word. Word to heart.
Air to fire. Fire to earth. I'm hollowing. It's working.
Air to fire. Fire to earth.
Ending to beginning, indivisible. Death to the living. Life to the dead.
Ending to beginning, indivisible. Death to the living. Life to the dead. Antea. Antea!
Bread.
It was.
You're back.
Thanks to you.
Antea never fully recovered from the time when she was dead. And the things he'd done to bring her back had changed Red too. Some say you should fight for what you want. But some fights, I believe, are best lost. Battered by their ordeal at the hands of the Nightmare, the lovers must rebuild from the wreckage. A new and stronger union. For better, or for worse. Now, far from the place where New Eden once stood, Red and Antea will renew their love. A shared interest will bind them once more. A taste for forbidden fruit.